So what's going on, people? Welcome back to another show, and tonight we got a very first time person's come onto me channel, and also I think I'm the first one to ever come to the channel on the podcast, and it's Laura. Laura, good evening to you.
Hi, nice meeting
Hi,
you.
how are you?
I'm
Nice
not
to meet
bad,
you as
bad.
well, and good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I mean, just thought I got to get you on because this is going to be I got to make this really good tonight because I need 80 more people to get me 1,000 subscribers. Yeah, and
Yeah,
let's hope we can pull it off together, sort of thing. So,
yeah,
and if you like me, excuse like my channel, please like, subscribe, and also leave the comments in the sections in down below. And in the live chat as well. Before I go on to it, I'll go read this comment from Tom and Dean. And Tom, really poor start of the season, sloppy defensively, no plan except pass to ASM, walking to the relegation. I totally agree with that. How does Zebu still have a job? He needs to walk away. I'm sick of death of poor performances and his clueless technical decisions. Yeah, Dean from New Zealand, by the way. Morning to you, Dean, and hope you're okay. And yeah, I mean, talking about these pundits mainly on Talk Sport, and you got people coming on here, bigging up Steve Bruce, having to go up fans. You got people like Jamie O'Hara, Rhea Parla, and Adam Cattle and Gary Bongaho as well. But I'm going to go through them, right? And I want you to think what you make of it and discuss that. And
yeah.
these people are just absolutely muppets. They really, really are when it comes to Newcastle United. They do not know anything about us. I mean, are you sick of this now, Laura? Are you sick of these pundits?
Yeah, I mean, I think they massively push the agenda to everyone in the UK that we are unrealistic fans and that we still expect like the 90s of like Ginola, Shearer, but we don't expect that. We just want to win the odd game or at least try and at least get a decent, at least build on the team every year with the revenue that Newcastle bring in and that Ashley gets. We don't expect to compete with Man City, but the likes of Everton, the likes of West Brom, the likes of Palace, we should be competing with them at least. It's bizarre. Like it's just depressing, isn't it? When you think about it,
Yeah.
the way we had the transfer window,
Yeah.
we knew this was going to happen. Didn't buy well, got rid of a few more. What was the point
Mm-hmm.
in keeping Gale on if you weren't going to give him a game? It's because he was cheaper than getting anyone else in brand new. Let's be honest, that's the reason. But he's not getting a game. You just think you knew this was going to happen when you didn't buy well in the summer. So you know,
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree there. It's just absolutely amazing sort of thing, you know what I mean? You look at pundits, right? I mean, I don't know, I think it might be Jamie O'Hara or maybe someone else saying that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is under pressure. They had a go at him with dropping Ronaldo, right? And they saying that if he doesn't perform, he should be sacked. I mean, I
yeah.
think it's Bongo said he should be sacked. But yeah, had that been Steve Bruce, they would have laughed her up and just sucked him off every single time. And it is, to me, I think we as fans now is just getting kind of sick of it right now. Do you know what I mean? But it's just going to get worse. It's just going to get worse.
I said that to you the other day that if Steve Bruce was manager of anywhere else, he'd have been called out by the media, Sky Sports, and whoever, and said, "Oh, get him out, get him out. He's not good enough." But because it's us, we should be grateful.
Yeah, he should be flipping. He should be even sacked. He would have been sacked. Anyone
A long
else?
time
Villa
ago. A long
sacked.
time ago.
Exactly, Lord. I mean, let's be real. I mean, he got sacked to Villa, sacked by Sunderland, right? He got sacked
Hmm.
by, he left Hull, Wigan, Birmingham,
Hmm.
right? Sheffield United. He got sacked to Huddersfield, yeah.
Yeah.
But my God, I mean, at the end of the day, let's be real, right? I mean, Mike Ashley just doesn't give a toss about the football club. He really doesn't. And let's be real. I mean, one of these days, they're going to flip. The players are going to flip, and they're going to say enough's enough. And
Yeah.
now, I can't have that at all whatsoever at my club because this football club is holding us back. It's holding us back, and we need success. But there you go. I read this comes out very quickly before going to the first bit. Jamie Hart will be the first one, and I've got Bruce out from Tom, Barry from Australia. Should I stay in bed or should I trust the process instead? Because just the process. I keep saying that every time we go behind, Steve was coming and say, "Oh, it's a working process. You got to trust the process, right?" So I just laughed. I laughed for
Yeah.
about half an hour when he said that. Let's be real. And remember, if you go goal behind, I just say trust the process. But
And
I can't
I
really say
know
that.
as soon as I know as soon as we go goal down, and it's within. I mean, all the games that I've watched recently have been like it's been in the first few minutes and stuff. You think, here we go, like, and then there is no plan B. He doesn't change it up straight away, and they leave it until late. And you're like, right, okay, that system wasn't working. Make a change now. Now we'll trust the process. We'll trust the process of getting beat like we have every other match.
Yeah. Crazy, man. Trust the process. Wow. Oh, my days. What can I say? I mean, they're in the process. They're in the project at this football club. There's no project at this football club. I just read that quickly. We couldn't have lured the sign players on the free. There's no excuses for not to sign more than just Joe Willock. Even John, even really, okay. I have subscribed on your Facebook, by the way. And one of my biggest hits when you see the likes of Steve McClaren on Sky Sports giving us opinions or hints to the like of Pep and Klopp is absolutely crazy. He's right. You don't tell him what he. You don't know what he. And they've got Barry in the eyes of these pundits. Our fan base should be on his knees, pleading boost to steer because he's doing a wonderful job battling Guardiola.
Well, apparently 5% of the fans do think that. If you read the thing today, you know the big survey that got done by the trust. Apparently, 96% want him to leave, but apparently like 4.something% want him to stay.
I think the 4% people must be Mackhams.
That's exactly my response to that. So that's got to be some of the fans.
Yeah. Just the process all the way to the championship. Do you know what I'll do? I'll change my name, all right, from John Sinclair, right, to Trust the Process. Can you imagine that? Trust the Process. I got Paul on the cut, right? My guy, Paul, even to you, my guy, will be okay. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. He's a good lad. And he's a passionate Newcastle fan as well. And before I go on to the first stage of Jamie O'Hara on his comments, I would like to say big up to, well, I wouldn't be able to say my condolences goes to Chig, good at Eagle Eye. He's an Arsenal fan. He's always on Lee Gunner's channel and doing a watch along. He sadly passed away yesterday, and my heart goes to Gunnar Eagle Eye, Chig, and my condolences goes out to Chig's family as well, and I'll say Lee Gunner as well if he is watching, and my heart goes out to you. He does some fantastic contents on Arsenal, and he is absolutely amazing, and he'd be a big loss. One of the best podcasters I've seen on this platform. That's why I got rest in peace, Cheek. And Daniel, they make it to the cut. Daniel, will be okay. Now, Daniel is absolutely amazing, and she tells it straight and says it out like it is. And now I got caught saying I said that twice. Sorry, D. Sorry, Daniel. And good work, guys, from Mark Gorbridge, Vast Football. Mark Gorbridge, he's a United fan, by the way, and big up to him. And he does some fantastic content. He started low, and he's one of the biggest names on the podcast as well. And I know people's going to say that he's the real one, but I think he is. Right, let's go to the first one, right? And enough chatting. And Claire's also said it as well, by the way, Claire Marshall as well. I can't turn in a minute. And let's go on here. I'm just going to share this out. I'm just going to share the stream a second. Sorry about this. I'll be quick as I can. And this is from Jamie O'Hara. Okay, if I could find him here. I'll do Simon Jordan. I'm going to do Simon Jordan's last, by the way. And just give us 2 seconds.
I think he just likes to play the pantomime villain, doesn't he, really? I think he's wound us up once, and he knows whatever he says is going to wind us up. So I think he plays along to it now to wind us up, doesn't he? Yeah,
he totally does. That's all it is. I mean, all these pundits like to wind the Newcastle fans up, yeah, but I think this is a failed owner, by the way. Got the club in administration. Yes, he's telling us it's not going to happen, but I'll come to it later, by the way. And this is Jimmy Harvey's comments here, by the way. He said, I want your opinion on this. Steve Bruce is doing a good job in dealing with what he has got. The important thing is staying in the Premier League, and Bruce is the man to do that. Be careful asking for a change of management. You end up in the Championship. First of all, I think Jamie O'Hara should keep his mouth shut, right? He managed Billericay, right? That just sums it all up. That's his only managerial job he's had. Okay, he got sacked for that as well. Yeah, he's a poor pundit, a desperate pundit, right? And for him to come out and say that, right, the important thing staying in the Premier League, I want more than that.
But we're not going to stay in the Premiership. We're 19th, aren't we?
Yeah,
So
we're 19th.
So if he was, I would understand if he was like 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th. Fair enough. I could probably accept that comment and go, yeah, fair enough. He is doing all right, but we're 19th. So if there isn't a change, we are going to go down with him, and I guarantee that Bruce wouldn't bring us back up. I guarantee that he would not bring us back up. In fact, we probably do a Sunderland and go down to League One.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's just getting worse. I mean, it's a madness. The club is an absolute madness. The pundits is an absolute madness. The one journal I do respect, the one Talk Sport percent I respect, is Adrian Durham. He used to work up in Newcastle Chronicle, right? And he understands what our fans are going through. And when you come up and see that, then I'm sorry, but these pundits, man, just winds us up big time. Do you know what I mean? And Jeremy O'Hara needs to sip it, because at the end of the day, what has he won? He hasn't won much, has he?
What did he ever win? Did he even get? Has he ever won anything?
Nah, he hasn't. I mean, I'm sure he's a good lad, but let's be real, right? I just don't think he's a good pundit at all. He just loves to wind the Newcastle fans up.
I think a lot of them are on the same. I'm sure a lot of them were with the same agent or around that thing, so that's why they all tend to sort of look out for one another and say, "Oh yeah, he's all right, he's all right." Yeah, because a lot of them are getting paid by the same, the same person, or they're on the same book, so they are going to all agree and stick up for each other. But the way he is at the minute and the position he's got us in and the ball he's got us playing, that is, you can't defend that. It's indefensible. You can't sit there and go, he's doing an all right job. He's not. So.
Yeah. Oh, and by the way, where's Alex Rusev lit on social media? Where is he? He's been quiet late, hasn't
he? Has he deleted it?
Has he? I don't know.
I know he made a big one at the end of the season saying, "Oh, you all deserve blah blah blah, and you should all say thank you to him." And fair enough, like we did finish all right last season by this. I don't know how we managed to do it. I think it was just a bit of luck, but I don't think that's going to happen twice. I think he will take us down this year.
Yeah, absolutely agree there. Absolutely, I just don't get it at all whatsoever. I just think it's disgrace, man. But these people are just a joke. Alex Bruce, man. I mean, having grew up in Newcastle, I couldn't be bothered to tweet him. I end up getting blocked. If I say something, I end up getting blocked. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. I mean, it's ridiculous. Absolutely shocking.
I can understand him wanting to defend his dad and defend the nasty comments about like the way Steve looks in his way, because that's got nothing to do with how he is as a manager. And I think all the pictures of him shared on holiday, like with he's a 60-year-old man, like he isn't gonna have a six-pack. Like, don't sit and slag him off for that. Like, I don't agree with that. But call the way he manages, yeah, fair enough. But I think that's what Alex tries to defend. Sometimes you can understand why. If that was my dad and someone was slagging off the way he looked and stuff, and I wouldn't be very happy, but you can't defend the way he manages Newcastle. So.
Oh man, you're talking sense there, Laura. Big up to you, mate. Well, lass, big up to you. And I'll tell you what, though, at this moment in time, I've listened to you all day, and totally agree there. I got Claire Marshall. I tell you what, she's a magnificent Ting fan, sort of thing as well. Loves sending out gifts on Twitter, sort of thing, and she's part of the Sunday Vibes as well on a Sunday. And I can't say that because Dano's watching, but can you read that first, please?
Can I read it?
Yeah, I'll let you read it. I'm not allowed to say it.
Trust the process. We are. Trust the process.
What's the thought? Yeah.
Gloves off, sleeves up, get stuck in next week.
Yay! That's the spirit. That's the spirit. Listen, I've got 18 people watching live, and do smash the likes up. And also, if you haven't already subscribed, please consider doing so. And I want to get that 1K, and I want to do that before I go to Italy in middle of November. If I can do that, I'll be amazed. I'll be absolutely amazed. Then there's like guy Lee Goller, my bro. Thanks, John Lee. You're a top guy, man. And I watch your channel all the time. We watch alongs, and you'd say have it like it is, my guy. So big up to you, Lee. Big up to you. Evening, guys. Even Jake, or your occasional Leeds United supporter. I got Charlotte Oates to the side, but will be another grim long season. Charlotte, the way things are, Pet, I just don't think they're going to make it. I do not think we're going to stay up. Excuse me. And because Steve Bruce has done all the damage, by the way. I've got to go on to the next one from Newcastle Fans TV from Bangalore. I know it's been said a few months ago. Okay. I'm going to read it out, by the way. Just give us 2 seconds. I've got it.
You know what? I did agree with him last week when he said about Bruce. If he was a true fan, he wouldn't have gone to Sunderland. He wouldn't have gone to Newcastle. He said that he would never have played for Birmingham because he's a Villa boy. So he actually said he said something that I agreed with the other week when he mentioned that if Steve Bruce was really one of us, he wouldn't have gone for the Sunderland job. So
well said.
I agreed.
Well said.
I
Totally
agreed with
agree.
him on that thing. That probably is one of the few times that I do agree with him, but I did.
I totally agree. Absolutely amazing. I mean, to do that, he's managed Villa and Birmingham. He's managed Sheffield clubs, right? I mean, this guy, he's got no shame. The guy's got no shame. I confirm now, he is an arrogant, two-faced, doesn't give a toss about himself. All about him. It's all about him.
Yeah.
So do
Yeah.
excuse me. And I've gone to Gabby Abonahor, right? Awesome talk sport. Oh my god! I mean, played for Villa all his life, and this guy, honestly, he pushes to sleep. Real talk. I'm going to read this out anyway. Newcastle fans are quite deluded, right? Deluded. Steve Bruce is doing a great job with the players he has, that's available. But for some reason, because he is Steve Bruce, it's boring for me. It's not boring. I just think that these Newcastle fans need to be careful what they wish for. Do you want to be in a position that Burnley are in? It's frustrating to hear and needs to stop. Excuse me. Do they want him to play like Norwich did last season? I think ASM can be Neymar one year and then Julian Joachim the next year. I mean, this guy, right, Abominable, I mean, he's another failed pundit as well. And he was on my channel and explained himself. I'm all ears. Do you know what I mean? Come on my channel, Gab, because I tell you something, I'll put you straight.
Hey, stop. Sorry, I'm getting a new pic here and she's going absolutely berserk. She's going berserk behind the sofa. She hasn't settled yet, so apologies for that noise all the time. Nala, stop it. She looks a bit like Bruce, actually.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Bless you. So what do you make of that one? That Gary Bunglehall's comments.
Yeah, I agree with that. Maybe that's why they defend him, because he is ex-Man U, but I can't think of any other reason why you would defend him, to be honest. It's not like he even comes across like a nice guy. Like he's basically blamed the journalism. He's blamed the fans.
Yeah.
He blamed Ashley the other week for well, he was careful in how he worded it, but he blamed him. So who's next? Who else is there left to blame? The linesman, the tea lady. Newcastle City Council. Like who's going to get the blame next week? So I would understand if he was sitting there going, I'm trying my best, like blah blah blah, but he's sitting there going, everything's fine. It's your fault. So there's little sympathy to have for someone that does that. It's narcissistic. You know, if you don't see your own downfalls and you don't see your own negatives, then it's hard to really.
Crazy. And this is the thing, right? I mean, because he's been manager for a long, long time, they'll probably think, oh, he's got experience managing. He's got 20-year experience, right? So we can go to him.
Yeah, experience have been shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree. I tell you what, I've got experience driving sort of thing. But you know what? I'm learning on the job all the time. Do you know what I mean? Maybe I've experience, but I'm still learning new things all the time. But this manager, he just hasn't got a clue. He's such a fraud. He really is.
It's because he's one of the Martin O'Neills, the Alan Kirbishley, the Sam Allardyce, the regurgitated ones that just go round and round. And when you look back, when he retires and think how much money he's made by being a field manager, you think,
yeah, man.
You know what? I would take people's shit, especially a man of his age. He won't have Twitter. He won't have that. So whatever you are saying about him, it's water off a duck's back, because at the end of the day, he's going to retire with an awful lot of money from being a field manager. He's not bothered, is he? He's one of the ones that will constantly he probably will. He'll get one final job after us somewhere, Probably not in the Premier League, but I bet he get offers another job somewhere else. I bet he gets one final payday.
It wouldn't surprise us. He'd definitely not get another Premier League job, Laura. Let's be real. He'd probably get a Championship job, but
Hopefully in China.
Yeah, that'd be a job for him, man. Do you know what I mean? He's got to learn Chinese. Do you know what I mean?
We'll help him pack.
Yes, bosh, bosh. Love it, man. I'm going to read this comments out very quickly because I've got us flying for the roof here in a minute. All right, mate, that's from Alan. I'm here. Go on, lad. Give Bruce a bit of a hard time. But mind, he's at ex-United, so don't be too cruel. But I want a better Newcastle. Alan's a United fan, so he's a good guy. I got my guy pulling the cut. He's a real one. Big up to my guy. And what does he know? The absolute F-ass sort of thing. That is for Jamie O'Hara, by the way. And big up Lee Gunner from Luca. What Bruce has got is a mid-table squad, and he's in the bottom three. He's not staying in the Premier League as it stands. And did he say, be careful when West Brom sacked Bilic? How can you prove if you don't change?
Yeah.
Crazy, man. Absolutely crazy, man. Got so many...
Is Bilic available?
I think he is. I don't know if it's the last time he managed us in China. I don't know if he's still there because some of the lighters on that I'm not sure, but I think he's still in China.
You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, who would come?" Look at Watford the other day, Ranieri. Like there is managers available out there that would come. You get that from a lot of fans or who come to us. Anybody would take that job, really. Like if you get a crack at it. Especially if you know there's going to be a takeover and stuff, but it doesn't mean we should just stick with them until we go down. And I think the media would like us to go down. Then at least we can go. Oh, we told you so. This is going to happen. But for now, they don't want us to, do they?
No, they don't. They would just have an absolute field day if we get relegated. The Premier League will love us to get relegated. Let's be real. Yeah. And I'll tell you what, they will get their wish. But hopefully get a takeover in the Championship. But the problem is, will the Saudis be still interested if we're down the Championship? Because I'll tell you now, if I was Mike Ashley, I'll sat Bruce right now, right? We've got to be in the Premier League. It's as simple as that. I can see Jake's comments down below. I'll read that in a minute. It's a brilliant one, by the way. I could go on to the next one quickly as well. This is, he points out on Sunday, right? I'm not going to play the clip because of the copyright infringement. So this is Gary Lineker. He's asking Danny Murphy, basically, right? And he said about the balance. Yeah, he said that, I'll quote, he said, he hasn't done too bad, right? He's just trying to get the balance. Steve Bruce said the same thing last season, and he said exactly the same thing. They got beat. Yeah. Danny Murphy is another desperate pundit, right? You know, he just backs up Bruce all the time. And yet, he has to go to Newcastle fans as well, by the way, saying if we get rid of Bruce, right? And he said this before, if we get rid of Bruce, right, we're going to be in big, big trouble. Yeah. But I've got two tweets as well, one from the Fulham fan and one from the United fan, right? I'm going to get them out there. They're not going to get escape criticism as well. So what's your take on Danny Murphy as a pundit? And secondly, his comments on Saturday on Match of the Day.
It was strange, wasn't it? But I think it was Lineker who actually put him right and went, no, well, isn't that Steve Bruce's job to get the balance right? Like, I watched that interview and I thought, no, actually, Gary was spot on with what he said. He actually turned around and says, well, hasn't he had last season and this season? And you should know by now what team's working and what's not, and you should know by this many games into the season that it's not. So I don't know why Danny would say that. Really, like you're defending the indefendable, aren't you? You're making yourself a little bit of a wally as a commentator for not pointing out the obvious. We are terrible. Steve Bruce is terrible. So to sit there and say the fans are bad, then you're not coming across as like a genuine pundit. You're not coming across with any, like, you're not being, what's the word that I'm looking for?
Yeah. No, you're
not being genuine. Yeah, you're not being genuine. Yeah.
No, he's not.
Because straight away, the full population must be looking at that and thinking, how can you say that on ITV? Like,
yeah. Yeah. You know what it is, right? I mean, I think he's getting paid by Ashley, by the way. down on Blues in his back pocket to come up and see her comments like that sort of thing. You know what I mean? He's not the only one, though. He's not the only one. But hey, at the end of the day, most of it just sucks up to Ashley, sucks up to Boost all the time. And talking off Murphy, he's working for TalkSport on a Monday alongside Simon Jordan. Let's say about I'll come to Simon Jordan later, that sort of thing. It is blockbuster and arrogance, by the way. I did have 25 people watching live, but please do smash the likes up and also subscribe if you are new, and also follow Laura on a Twitter account as well. She'll give it to you later on. And I got Carol, by the way, first time on my channel. Carol, could you please subscribe to my channel, by the way? It's your first time. And Boost needs to go. That's from Laura. Girl power. Yes. Bless her. Big up to the boss. And I've got Jake as well. This has been one. Newcastle players need to speak up about these pundits, apparently thinking they're all Conference League players and Boost is solely responsible for them being in the Prem. What an insult. What's your take on that one there, Laura? Jake, Leeds fan.
I think you don't really get any of the players coming out and speaking out. I think the last time someone came out and made an opinion, wasn't it? It was Lascelles. And he actually came out and said Mike Ashley's a great guy. And that was the week that he got a 10 grand pay rise. So you're never going to get a player coming out and telling it how it is. You'll get them coming out and giving the same stuff. We're trying our best. We're getting stuck in. We're doing it for the club. Blah blah blah. Like, we hear the same shit every season, don't we? Like, we need someone to come out and go, he needs sacking. You need to get rid of him, otherwise he's going to take us down. I mean, best thing that they'll do for us is probably down tools for a match and just really make it obvious that they're not playing for him and do us a favour that way. But they'll not, because it's guaranteed income for them, aren't they? And they're all under the same sort of keep hush. I think other clubs speak out, and I think, we're a bit like a closed fortress, aren't we? Like, you never hear any of them coming out and going, God, that was terrible, or slagging their manager off, or you never hear of anyone booting off. They all just want to keep quiet and have a quiet life, I feel like.
That's the thing. Absolutely right. Only at our club, and the thing is, he's so comfortable. He's so comfortable every single time. They're just not allowed to ask him the tough questions, sort of thing. When we got beat 4-1 off United, they absolutely ripped him the good one. Good. Then when he had to go at the press as well, that's the worst thing you could do, man. I mean, there's one guy I want to get on my channel one day. There's John Gibson from the Chronicle. He's 81 years old. I want to get this guy on my chat, and I'm trying really hard to get there. If I can get him on my channel, you got to listen to us, Laura, because I tell you what, this guy, he's Mr. Newcastle. He's been a journalist for 6 decades, this guy, and I tell you what, he talks sense. And he's on NUFC Matters on the first thing. He's with Malcolm McDonald on Steve Ray Fawcett, and top guy. He's a top guy, by the way. Yeah. I'm gonna move on a bit of comments quickly before I go on to Adam Catchall as well. And I've read that. And Alan, give me a shout for my Mrs. Sitch, John, even though she's a Schalke fan. Yeah, big up to your wife, Alan, and I hope she's okay. Mrs. Watson, and I hope both of you are absolutely fine, and I hope that you two are made for each other and have a fantastic time together, sort of thing. So big up to you two. The biggest shame is the joy of being sucked out at the club and you start to not care. Dean, totally agree. I've got my guy Billy in the cut, man, the real one. All of these pundits seem to be second-rate players at good quality clubs, bench warmers, and now second-rate pundits cross the crow's nest. Big up to you. Gosh, well said. Gosh. I got my guy Jizz in the cut, said, Laura, it's on fire. And I got Luca, I have to come on. Yeah, we will do, definitely. What we do when we get a pre for Arsenal game, Luca, you definitely got to come on, my guy, without a doubt.
I watched the Steve Wraith one the other night about that comment about the joy, and he said the highlight of the Wolves game for him was meeting the mascot. Like, he said it was a soul destroying away day. He went, everyone was really miserable, the weather was terrible. He went, but no one looked happy there, even on away games now. Like, they're right, there is no joy. Like, it is depressing. Like, something needs to change, even if it's Bruce out and Jones in for a few weeks. Just something to lift us all. Just a different formation. Just maybe get Gale on instead of Linton. Something to be different. Jesus, it is. Something needs to change. Something needs to give.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, I didn't go to a match on Saturday against Wolves, obviously, but before the game, Wolves put on something spectacular. Getting the fans queued up before the game, right, with
Yeah.
fireworks and people dancing, whatever sort of thing. I could be wrong on that, but the fact is, Newcastle needs to do that. They need to get the fans excited.
Most
They need,
clubs
yeah,
care about their fans, don't they? But we get 15-inch, small-inch screens and a bun pie.
that's it. Exactly. I tell you what, that stadium needs really updating,
Oh,
very, very soon, in my opinion,
yeah.
because when you get a takeover, that's all I've got a contact one later on, then I'll get your opinions on that. And I've got Alan, the United fan, Newcastle are Premier League material and always have been, mate. Big up to you, Alan. Well said. It's just grim up north. Listen. Yeah, I wanted to know what Spencer Pryor thinks about us. Well, Spencer hasn't said anything yet, Billy, sort of thing. When he does, I'll be listening. I will just do it for another one next time. I got Ian, my guy, and all part of the big media agenda to keep Newcastle in its place. Yeah, you're right, Ian. Totally agree. I got Nikki. Nikki, please do subscribe to my channel, by the way, pet, if that's the first time. Newcastle are dead with Boost. Yeah, she's totally agree. What Gobby's on about, or Gabby, or Gobby? Same situation as Burnley. You're already on the same situation as Burnley. Is he pedo or something? Wow. Totally agree. And I've just got someone from Billy on the DM saying that there's someone's pretend to be Jason.
Play that on a boogie.
Yeah, he would. I totally agree, man. But you're right, Billy. Thanks for that, man. It's just for that message. And if I was Jason, if I say to Jason, right, don't come on the chatches and sort of thing, and then what I can do, I can just block the other one, sort of thing. Yeah, but Billy, thanks for that. There's too many trolls on here, sort of thing, on the chats, and believe you and me, that needs to stop right now, or it's going to get found out. And I've got Dean as well from New Zealand. Steve is a dinosaur, and Paul wants to know. Not my words. It's Laura Singer, by the way.
Yes.
Bless ya. Bless ya.
Yeah.
I moved swiftly on that one there. Got Matthew Smith. 2000 Neil and Naladals are better than Boost. Yeah, I mean, anyone's better than Boost, by the way. Let's be real. And I got Toon Harvey, love the show. Toon, thanks so much indeed, my guy. And I got Renee again. Big up to you, my guy. Spot on Laura, Neil on the Heat, likes of Boost, Big Sam Hughes, Pulis, etc. Never managed in the Prem ever again. As she said, all the ideas now. We need, this is the 21st century, not the 19th century. Let's be honest about that. And I've got some more on here. Let's have a look. I've got Jake as well. Same story with the Blancas. Any high-level job experience is everything, and failure isn't taken into account. The only thing that changes is the wages and bonuses bet gets bigger. And also got Tunari Booster Son unqualified. Yeah, 20-year, wasted 20-year for me. Billy, these shite managers like Bruce Hughes, etc., always described by these pundits as proper football men. As soon as they say those words, you know they're dog shite managers. Yeah, they're the thing in the past. All those managers, I'm sorry, they're the thing in the past. We need John in charge. You know what? I'll kick ass as well, but if I was managing Newcastle, let's be real about that. And I got Alan again, John, man, you really want a bunch of Orbans in your club? No, mate, I agree. Next, it'll be okay to be a Man City fan. No. Actually, it's abhorrent, and he ain't funding wars. What it is, so I've got to come to Takeover Talk later on, mate. Please stick around for that. And I've got Annie, he's only 14. The guy is fantastic. Hi, guys, going again, John. So, being taken off my YouTube for a week, I tell you what, and it's only 40. I do apologize about that. Yet I really do. And let's hope we get back on ASAP. I mean, there's a lot of trolls on there. I'm not getting away with it. It's people like Annie. He does some good content, by the way. I cannot believe that it's been taken down, which is absolutely unbelievable. Ban for a week joke. Right, before I come on to next one, I mean, going to this guy. This is Andy Cattle, right, from TalkSport. He's a boxing expert, right? And I'm going to read it out, okay? It just goes to show that he knows now about football. Let's be real, right? I'm going to read it out, by the way. He said, right, that Chris Wilder would be an improvement on Steve Bruce. Would he be an improvement on Steve Bruce? Would Eddie Howe? Now it's going to get fixed under the boardroom situation. It's fixed. You can change your manager, but they're all short-term fixes. And that is from Carlton Cole, right? Then he said as well, I think Newcastle fans have got cutting some slack. That's Steve Bruce. I actually think he's doing a decent job. I don't know what the expectation is. It's not 1996 anymore. And that's Carlton Core, yeah? And that was about 2 weeks ago, right, Laura? And then fast forward 2 weeks, yeah? We haven't won a game. We're still in bottom 3, yeah? What's the lot in those comments, though?
Well, we just need to keep looking at the positives of the game. Like, I mean, you just think, would you be saying about any other club? No, you wouldn't. It's because it's been pushed so much that we are so unrealistic as fans that's why they say it. That's why, because it's out there so much that God, it's Newcastle. They expect to be they expect to play in Barcelona again. They're being dramatic. That is why a lot of them say it. I think it's because it's drummed into them as much as what it is all the listeners and all the readers, and you just think. I think a lot of it is being naive and just you're another one. Like, to me, it's when I listen to it, I don't get angry about it. I just think a bit of a wally. If you're up here, you'd understand like why we are so pissed off all the time, why we are so negative online, why the fans probably all fighting amongst each other online. I don't know any other club that I see on Twitter that fight as amongst themselves as us, and that is because a lot of it is just pushed to be negative. If more people came out and were a little bit realistic and said, you know what, them fans all right and what they're saying, that you know what they should deserve better, they should be this, they should be that. It probably wouldn't be as bad, and not as many people would say it, but it's because it has been pushed for so long by the mainstream ones that it just filters down, and now everyone's like, oh god, it's the delusional Newcastle fans. They're not happy that they lost 4-1. God, what a terrible set of fans! You just you kind of take them all on online. To be honest, you can't argue with them, and you could sit and you could reply to every single tweet that you get about, oh, you're unrealistic, but you'd just be pissing in the wind because no one will listen to you. No one, even if you give an articulate PowerPoint presentation as why we're not being dramatic and why you should be sacked, up, they'll still say it. So you just think, now what? Don't bother yourself. Like, comments over my comments that they say now, and I see a lot of fans getting riled up by them what they're saying. I just laugh. I just think, what a wally! Like, you haven't got a clue. If you're up here and you were in our position and you're watching it, and you'd had 10 years of Mike Ashley, you don't understand why we are the way we are. But a lot of people don't, and a lot of clubs have never had an owner like us and gone from where we were to what we are now. Most clubs improve in time, we don't. So you just think, it goes over my head. The majority of stuff that they say, you shouldn't get angry about it. The Wallies don't really have a clue, do they?
Yeah, I totally agree. Yeah, I was just looking at the messages as well from Billy as well. Yeah, saying that it might be hack sort of thing, but if I get any more like that sort of thing, I mean, I want if Annie or Jason watching, right? You send us a DM. Let us know that you're not on my chat, okay? And then as soon as you let us know, I'll get your own splat, okay? And then go from there. But yeah, you're right. That's a good point, Lara. That's a very good point. And I totally agree with you there again. Yeah. So to be honest, I don't think any championship club will want to use Carrie Shears as their manager, mate. I think he might as well just retire in Portugal. Do you know what I mean? Let's be real. And Alan Lord, you look great, by the way. And that's from
thank
Alan.
you.
No problem.
I did debate putting makeup on, but then I thought I can't be bothered. So
yeah, I mean, like I said, again, these are very modified sort of thing on this chat sort of thing, you know what I mean? So if I can't read the message, guys, and I'm not ignoring you, but listen, that's how it is. And yeah,
I agree with that comment there.
Yeah, totally good. That's another thing. It looks like they're only there for an easy wage and have no ambition. Well said. Well said.
You know, I was just to say that, you know, if you're being cynical, you'd think, is some of them players thinking, listen, if we get took over, are we realistically still going to have a job here? No, we're not. So they might be thinking, you know, if we stay up, we might get took over. If we go down, we'll get another year's wage in the Championship. That's the cynical side of us, I think. I mean, you seen it with Sunderland last year. They were pretty much ready to go up, right? And a lot of them players knew once they went up into the Championship, that was it. They weren't getting kept on. Sure enough, they spent another year in League One, and a lot of their fans said as well, did they do that on purpose? Did they pull back to keep another year's wage? Then, if we got took over by the rich oil barons and stuff like that, none of them will have a job. Have Jacob Murphy and the likes of Darlow on the team. Where will they go? Where will they go after that? So, is that a part of it? Is that why they're not speaking up? Because the longer Ashley and Bruce is in charge, the longer they have a job. You don't know. That's the cynical side of me, if I think that really.
Yeah, I totally agree there. I totally agree, by the way. Totally agree. And I'll still get messages from Billy, by the way. I mean, I'll have a word of him later, sort of thing, and then find out who it is and that sort of thing. But yeah, I totally agree there, sort of thing. It's just about the money at the end of the day. That's all they care about. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
I got Brad, Petra, even John. Do you think Eddie Howe would have been at Newcastle and would be accept a job under Ashley? I think the only way is if he thinks he will be part of the club once the takeover goes through. Yeah. I think he will. I think he will, because at the end of the day, they will give him a chance to probably know Eddie Howe, by the way. And let's be real, I think Eddie Howe will do a fantastic job because the players we've got here now, Eddie Howe comes in, I bet it'll get us around 10th or 11th. No problems at all.
10 to 14th, I would say.
Yeah, with Eddie Howe in charge. He was
and a decent cup run, which actually, you know what? We're not unrealistic. We'd be happy with that. We would be. Yeah, decent cup run. Top 10. Yes, we would be happy with that. So I don't know where the drivel is that we are unrealistic.
Yeah, fair enough. I agree. I think the person step up. I mean, Callum Wilson, Ryan Fraser, they'll be in the team. And I mean, the back four they need to get a whole back four. The whole back four is not good enough for me. I keep Fabian Schär. The rest of them are not good enough for Newcastle. Themselves, up and down for me. But
I went off him. I went off him when he came out and defended Ashley, and then got a 10 grand pay rise. At that point, he lost my respect. So he came out and he said he's a great guy, and then it came out that he just had an extension and he'd gone up there another 10 grand. I thought, no. If you were this big mouthed, captain that has an opinion, you wouldn't have come out and done that. So at that point, I went off him, and I think he is. He's like Shelvey. He's four good games in 10. What's the point in that? Do you get paid 4 times if you play decent, or do you get paid the 10 times? You get paid the 10 times, so you should have the same sort of effort in each game. But yeah, there's been a lot of goals this season. I thought he's been a fault there, but
yeah. So I agree with you. It's ridiculous. I mean, he needs to step up. When he gets stepped about, he needs to step up more. I want to see more, a lot more from him. He had a good game taken off against Leeds, but his positional play at times is poor. Do you know what I mean? And then he gets turned quite easily. And I've got
I think you see Richie having more of like a captain sort of behaviour. He's the one shouting, saying, do this, do that. Obviously, he hasn't got the legs and all that, but you'll see him more in the match, having more input and sort of saying to people, how will you do this? How will you do that? Yeah. You never really see Lascelles doing anything, really. Like, he's not captain material for me.
No, he's not. I don't think he is, personally. He just doesn't want to be captain. He does not want to be captain of the football club. And Shelvey, for me, okay. I mean, on his day, he's a canny player, but I think he's gone backwards to Shelvey. I don't rate Shelvey, but he's a best of the poor bunch of moments. I don't think his messages there. I mean, Paul McGuy again. Does Laura work at Marcus Midgets, by the way?
Where is that, by the way?
Marcus Midgets. That's according to Paul. Do you work at? Do you work there? No.
Is it Marcus Midgets? Is that like a joke or something, or is that like a real place?
I don't know. Well, if it is sort of thing, I'm sure he's a decent guy. But if there's anything rude, then he'll get or anyone get slap. These trolls need to F off. Yeah, I totally agree. And there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people on trolls sort of thing as well. Can you please stop this? Because it's just absolutely shocking now. Just listen. If you're gonna troll, right, that's fine. Please do not do it on my channel, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna stop reading messages, and this is just not on. You're gonna come on, right? Cool, that's fine. Be real, be honest. Yeah, I don't do it. My mates don't do it on the channel. So please show a bit of respect, okay, and just put the respect back on our names, please. Thank you very much indeed. And you got people on there as well. So I've got so if I don't react to your comments, by the way, I got Luca here. He's a real one. I love your channel, Luca. Thanks, man. And yeah, big up Robbins. I can only react comments I can trust. I got great evening or cracking show. Where else the first we're gonna come from? I have no idea. So
Norwich, maybe.
there's a few people. I'm gonna block a few people now. I'm just sick of it as well. Do you know what I mean? It's just absolutely unbelievable. And yeah, I'm gonna block a few as well. And I'm being monitored as well by Billy. He's my guy. And yeah, I'm gonna read this out quickly because I've got a crack on as well. And I've got Tricky Trev as well. On the championship talent, like take Maxi out and Ashley. You only ever good to get the right to Pullers, Hughes, and Big Sam turn us down. So I would be shocked if Harold came. Then I've got Barry as well. Does Laura think knows that I'm a ladies' man? That's according to Barry. You know what? I love Bastard Bits, man. He loves to have fun. Do you know what I mean? He's a fun guy, and you know what it is. Like he loves to have a joke ass sort of thing, you know. And I love this guy. And tell you what, though, with Bastard, he's got a fantastic channel. Please subscribe to him. Please follow him as Baza or it, and I think that's all it is. And he is a great guy, and it is all it is. So there you go. But watching while we getting caught to AST. Okay, I mean, in the house, I got really as well. Eddie House, the right man for me. Some managers will sit and do now during the break, but how be something we'll be watching and learning, ready to turn to the game. Get this guy back. And I do love him. Good man, John. Think they've gone out yet. And thanks so much for that as well, Basil. So anyone that knows this, right, I'm gonna start giving out me number sort of thing to people I know so they can monitor this as well. But straight on to the next one, all right? I know people want to be 4 hours, which I cannot do. No way. I'm gonna go on to quickly to yes, your mate. I am gonna get it, and it is Simon Jordan. He's not gonna escape criticism, by the way. I mean, he said today, right? Simon Jordan. This is what he said, right? The fans has to be caught up in a Piper mentality. There's not a cancel's chance that this PIF deal goes through. I feel sorry for the fans as they feel they must change this owner. And that's from Simon Jordan, right? He was a failed owner at Crystal Palace. He took the club to administration, okay? And now he's come out here and he said this takeover is not going to happen. My advice to Simon is it's not your decision, right? You don't make the decisions, right? I can guarantee you one thing. We were in the cat case. Let's be real. And I tell you now, right? Keep your nose out, right? If you get the cat case, Laura, we'll win the thing. The Premier League, in my opinion, will start this out of court. They do not want arbitration. If you're in the cat case, they will not want arbitration.
I'd be confident of winning the cat case, but I'm not. I wouldn't be too confident. I'm not confident of ever winning the Premier League. I think they're far too big and corrupt. I don't know. I would like to think that we would, but do you know when you've had like 10 years of negative, you just think, don't get your hopes up. If it happens, it happens. I think that's probably the best way to look at it, because if you're thinking it's definitely going to happen and it doesn't, oh God, the thought of another couple of years of Mike Ashley, it's soul destroying, isn't it? So I try not to. I would hope for it to happen, and I would love for it to happen, but they've taken on that much level of corruption. Are you ever going to win it? You know, likes of like the Premier League, the FIFA, all that kind of stuff. The FA thing. Would one club, who everyone is against, would we win? And we've had no luck in 10 years. You think, are we due some? I'd love to think that we would, but who knows?
Yeah. Well, this is the thing, right? And we really don't, in my opinion, right? If we don't win a takeover, right? I mean, the Big Six are controlling the Premier League. They're telling the Premier League who they can have, who they can't have. Richard Masters is an absolute win. Did you see him yesterday when he was at Tottenham next to Daniel Levy? I couldn't believe that.
See, that's what I mean. They're that confident. Like if they really were frightened, they'd say, "Listen, let's not get seen together." But they've got that much confidence that they're not going to get called up on it, that he will sit next to the Tottenham chairman. So you've got to think, if he's that arrogant that he will sit next to the likes of them, Is he not shitting himself? Is he? He's not exactly worried about it. So I don't know. I think just hope for the best.
Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. I mean that Richard Masters suite. I mean, where do you think you're going next? Who do you think going Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man U, Man City? He's got to jump up and talk to the chairman and say, look, man, I don't want this takeover. I don't want this takeover. Right? They want to try and get him in the court and give evidence they do not want this takeover to happen. It's got nothing to do with them. Do you know what I mean? It is a disgrace, an utter disgrace. And you know what it is, right? I mean, we need to fight back here as fans.
Yeah.
Right? I hope this arbitration, if it gets to that far, be live, should be in public. The cat kiss should be in public as well. There's one big player who haven't mentioned yet. Everyone's mentioned it, DeMarco, right? There's one person that's not been mentioned, and that is Shahid Fatima, right? She's the expert on the Middle East, right? And she knows whether the PIF, PCP, and the KSA are separated. And she would know that answer straight away. She would rip the Penny QC, right? A good one. And I tell you what, she's a major player, Laura, and she gives evidence sort of thing. It will just blow the whole kiss.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yes, it will blame the whole kiss. And I tell you what, they need to get her in first and make sure, set the tone, and then it'll just blow the whole place up. I've got some more comments there, by the way. And before I go on to the next one, okay, it's 2 Twitter accounts I'm going to go on to next, okay? This is going to be funny, right? But Dan, that's a prank, John. That place you read out was above Newcastle. There's another stupid troll. Well, I'll tell you what, mate, I'm going to block him. Simple as that. Definitely going to block him. This is just getting beyond a joke. Dan, top guy, please just subscribe to my channel, my guy, you know. And
it says a lot if you've got to pay for it, doesn't it?
Exactly. What I think you should do, right? I think you should put your driver's license number in or the passport, right, to get access to YouTube. And once that gets accepted, they can use it. And you mess up, same with Twitter, you mess up, let's be real, right? Then you should be barred. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. And I've said this all along. I've got Billy here. Takeover has to happen or else we are finished. If it does happen, next up for Masters is on Hoffman will be the Woolwood Scrubs. Strange race would be better, by the way. Bosh! Love it, man. I've got 24 people watching live when I read that message, by the way. Billy, big up to you, my guy. And, you're a real one. You're absolute G. You're absolute G. I've got really Laura, would you so look now? Been some tough times lately. All my sons have seen it's boost bar. I can't bring them up thinking this is what Newcastle is all about.
Yeah.
Really, I totally agree. Totally agree, my guy. And you know what it is? It's just we want the best for Newcastle United. We're being held back. We're being held back by this owner and this manager. Right? You know what I mean? Joke. I
took my daughter to the match. We give up our season ticket when Rafa went. I said that's enough, like of doing this now, and I told she had like a couple of seasons like a Rafa and stuff like that, but then she's never known what we've seen in our past, like the likes of like Ginola and Beardsley and Gaza and playing at the new camp and stuff like that. The younger generation, I do feel sorry for them because they've been born into being a Newcastle fan at the minute. But cheers, Dad.
Yeah, man. I tell you, agree, man. It is absolutely unbelievable. Do you know what I mean? But if I was born, right, as a 5, 6, 7-year-old, and unfortunately, right, I can't bring the kids. I'm brought to Newcastle now, not under this. I mean, if I was born at Newcastle, and I don't know. I mean, it's a hard one. Do you know what I mean? But they want to support a successful club. We're not a successful club. We are not. But still, I've got this next one up, by the way. You're going to love this as well. This one's not escaping any criticism as well. Antonio Leconte. Now, that's not his name, by the way, right? We went 2-1 against Wolves, right? And he tweeted this out, right? I mean, I said, I find it hilarious how all Newcastle fans think you have a defined right to be fighting for titles. Number one, we're not fighting the titles. Number two, we don't demand a team that wins. We demand a team that tries, by the way. We just want to compete, right? Blaming Steve Bruce for all your deficiencies and downfalls is laughable. The sense of entitlement from the majority of your fan base is utterly embarrassing. I tell you what, mate, you are utterly embarrassing sending out that tweet.
I think it's just to try and get a bite. It really is. They know that a lot of Newcastle fans are quite passionate, so they'll do that just solely for someone to bite. Don't rise to it. I don't actually I don't ever respond to anything like that because you can't argue with stupid, can you? So
Yeah. And this, let me look at what else is. I mean, let's have a look at this. All the comments there, sort of thing. Most of them are just absolutely hilarious, man. Yeah, I mean, so oh dear, another one is still hanging into his grand's tights professor. It's a UNT. I'm not going to say I'm full. I look at all these people down there, right? Some of them absolutely the scoreboard. Big up to my guy, top class trolling. Yeah, and it says not Jim White. What are you on about? Fighting for titles. Find me more Newcastle fan are actually real Newcastle fans who thinks you should be fighting for these titles. Are we fighting for the titles, Laura?
the balance books one, yeah, we win that nearly every year, don't we? the profit table, we win that season, but it's frustrating, isn't it, when people go, yeah, but you're a run well club. No, we're not. We're run well for Ashley. Ashley thinks it's a run well club. It's minimal effort, maximum profit. But we as fans don't think it's, oh yeah, I'm buzzing that Ashley's turned a profit this year. Yeah, I'm really happy for him. I wasn't even bothered about getting a new player. I don't even want new players. Mike Ashley concerns me. I hope he sleeps at night knowing he's got loads more money every season. I give over. No one thinks that we've had a good season. No one thinks that we're doing well.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable, man. Crazy, man. Crazy. I mean, let's be real. I mean, bank balance, yes. Titles, no. I've got another one here for Antonio Conte as well. I mean, he's an absolute muppet, this guy. He really is. I tweeted him, telling the stats, okay. I'm still waiting for a reply, but he gives all the big mouth and runs their mouth. When they get a respond back, they don't come back at East, you know what I mean? And he goes, then, what you expect you want? You're a mid-table club. You're consistent finishing mid-table under Steve Bruce. What more can you ask for? If you're not content with the current regime or finishes in mid-table, you're obviously seeking to compete in Europe. Fight for titles? No. Like I said, we're not fighting. We're not competing in Europe. We don't for titles. We are not good enough, right? And this guy may as well support United. I think he's a United fan, by the way, right? I'm going to say that. And, you know, he should concentrate on his own team, not on Newcastle.
We'd be happy with mid-table at the minute, though. Like, if we were mid-table until we got took over, we would actually be happy with that. You wouldn't have anyone whinging. We would say, if we were 12th now, thank you, Steve. Like, you're doing what we need before we get took over. But we're not mid-table. We're bottom table. So that comment is irrelevant, isn't it? That argument's irrelevant.
Yeah, totally agree. I got level 7 David. I mean, I'll call him level 7 David. That's his nickname, but it's David. I mean, he's a great guy, sort of thing. He calls to me on video phoning every Saturday after the match, and he's so passionate as anything, sort of thing. Yeah, he's suffering from health issues, but listen, the guy, he just loves calling me channel, and he speaks facts as well. And he talks about the stats as well. So I'll read that. If he's going to China, I'll buy his flight ticket, so you can now F off. Yes! Bosh, baby. I love him. I love David. I love him. And I got Jason Lolly's become a regular, John. Love to freeway live one night on my channel. I'm not going to read that. Sorry. And I'm not being funny, right? But I should have proofread that sort of thing. And now I've got Billy. Tony LeConte probably translate Tony Lessie-UNT. Yep. And I've got Tony Even John. I've been watching the tune since 68, and I've seen some shite over the years, but not compared to the shite we're stuck with now. Tony, well said. And Tony, please do subscribe to my channel, by the way. That's your first time. Okay. And I'm not going to have people come on my channel talking that common like that. So I do apologize on that. And Dan talks shite. I'll show me the next one if you don't mind. But talking that are not football hit, talk sport. Fair enough. Yep, I've been there before. I got Keith as well, my guy. Even Joe, you're well. I'm absolutely good, except for some of the trolls has come on to me chat again. I have to block some of them. Thanks to Billy. Billy's looking after us, I need. And We aren't fan for titles. All we want is a team that plays good football. Do you know what it is, Laura? I'll be happy being finishing mid-table if we play good football.
Yeah.
I have a goal. Because I want to be entertained. Do you want to be entertained?
The one thing that we need this season is to be kept up, so the potential of the takeover is kept alive, and he can't even do that.
Yeah.
So we don't want. You know what? Even if he got us to finish 15th, 16th, we'd probably say thank you. That's all you needed to do. But at the minute we're 19th, so we're not asking for much. Do you know what I mean? We're not asking to Steve, like, can you get us into top 5? We're saying, can you keep us up? And at the minute he isn't. Jesus, you know. No wonder the fans are peed off. But
yeah, man, totally agree. I'll get this wrapped up quickly. I think I'll probably do 2 more of this. And this one here, right? You're gonna love this one. He's a Fulham fan, right? Ibs. Now he's the one who wanted to call me channel a couple of weeks ago, right? And you know what? I say, well, call me channel, my guy. Come on, you know, you give it all out on Twitter.
Is he the Fulham fan that's obsessed with Newcastle online?
Yeah, he's not gonna get any escape criticism here. By the way, he's not. Definitely not. But I'm gonna bring it up anyway. Okay. And I'm going to read this out, by the way. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see it, right? I'm going to read it out, right? So, basically, right, I mean, this guy replied to Steve Wraith, by the way, right? So, Steve ain't going to bother replying to him anyway, because this guy, honestly, real talk, he follows us, by the way, right? But he probably think I talk the truth, but I'm speaking the truth anyway. But I'm going to read this out anyway. I love Newcastle. This is a Fulham fan, by the way. I love Newcastle and the true supporters. But if Bruce walks or gets sacked, Newcastle will go down. If the fans hound them out, I really, from the bottom of his heart, hope Newcastle go down and do a thousand country. Your set of supporters are the most ungrateful bunch. And let me tell you something, Ibs, right? Or Rahib, right? I don't think he'll come back at us, right? But he called us delusional last week, right? And I'll tell you something now. I nearly ripped myself apart. Let's be real. This guy, right? He's more obsessed and watching Newcastle than Fulham. Yeah, he must be Mike Ashley's son or one of his members, right? He loves to wind us up, right? Don't know what he's talking about, right? And he's doing that to wind us up all the time. And you know what? I've got other bits on him, by the way, as well. And I'm surprised I'm not being blocked. Do you know what I mean by this guy? But I just don't think he'll block us anyway. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the other tweets that's been sent as well. Right, I'm gonna dig it out.
I think he just lives for the the bites online, doesn't he? Like I don't usually respond to anything like that. I don't give them what they want, which is attention, and it's embarrassing, isn't it, when you're making fake profiles up and stuff. I don't think he is a Fulham fan. I think he's like I don't know. I think he's something to do with just purposely there to wind Newcastle fans up. I don't know. I've seen him kicking about, and I've seen a few of the tweets, and I ignore it. I think it's boring.
And you know what it is, right? I mean, he's just he just likes to round up Newcastle. I agree. He just rounds up sort of thing. Most people think he's past a Mackham sort of thing. I could be wrong here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, let's be real, right? I mean, this guy, he's more obsessed than us, and that's the bottom line. But he's just retweeted a few things as well, sort of thing, like Newcastle as well. He thinks that Steve Bruce is a great manager, sort of thing. He keeps on saying he kept us 12th. You know what I mean? But let's be real. The reason we've been 12th is because the teams below us have not been good enough. You know what I mean? If we had lost that game against Fulham and the teams went against us, we could be 17th.
Yeah.
I can't be bothered reading that guy's tweets anymore. I'm done with him.
You said Alex Bruce had gone quiet on Twitter, maybe too.
Yeah, he's gone quiet. Oh my God, is he tweeting? Is Alex Bruce tweeting? He is.
No,
I'll get him up on that.
Is he tweeting now?
I don't know. If he is, I'll get him up on that. I tell you, it's just a shame I didn't get Alex Bruce tweets up, by the way. If he after, I would have just freeze filmed that and show that when I need sort of thing. I'm going to go through this comments there, sort of thing. I've got Billy as well. And it's worse. Not all of our shites were boring and shite. Yeah, I totally agree. David B. Having bad orders and no financial backing doesn't mean the manager needs to be terrible at his job. The thing is, David, have a look at Steve Bruce's records, right? Have a look at his record. He's played something like 83 games, only won 23 of them. That just sums it up, doesn't it? I hate this Charles John. You know what it is, Keith? So do I. And if I had my way of finding out what it was, I'll find out what it is. I'm going to find out, right? And believe you me, right? I will not be happy at all whatsoever. But I don't get angry like Paul does. I just pass it. As you can tell. And Fulham fans hopes NUSC does a commentary. Would that be the same as commentary who kicked Fulham's arse 4-1? Yes! Gosh! Yes! Absolutely. Totally agree. And you know what it is, my guy? I'll tell you what it is. What I was going to say. And Ryan says, stop giving attention to this Charles. I'm not. But I think I've got some more trolls, by the way. And I'm not being fun. I'm going to block some of these, I'm afraid. And block that one. That one's been blocked. I'm not having it. I'm just not having it at all, sort of thing. I know if you're watching the show, mate, I'm going to have to get you back on. But until then, right, I mean, this guy, honestly, man, I'm just sick of all these blocks, or all these trolls all the time. And I just don't like it. Sorry about that, Laura. And I've got Hassan as well. Who's winning Serie A, John? And a minute, Napoli are top of the table, winning 7 games straight. What a team they've got in a minute. So just quick on the takeover. I mean, you just touched on the takeover. You think it'll be you're going to win the cat case? Do you think, Laura?
I think we'll win that, but whether we'll win the next step or whether that, I think a lot of people think once we win that, it automatically means that the Premier League are going to go, oh God, let's bow down and let's settle out a court. But I really can't see it as much as I want it. I want it as well as every fan. I don't know. I'm confident we'll win the first bit of it, but then I think what will happen to us is what happens to us every time. We'll get carried away and we'll go, oh my God, it's actually going to happen this time, and then something will happen and it'll come crashing down. And if we end up with Steve Bruce and Mike Ashley next season, I don't think I've got it in us. I think I'll probably go to rugby or something like that, or golf. I'll pick a new sport.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think I've got another season in it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to contact Newcastle if we get a takeover. If we win the takeover, I want to be there. But I'm still going to do the watch along, Newcastle watch alongs. When we're playing away from home, or I can't go to any night games. So yeah, I'll be there. But you're right. But I have to agree. We win the cat case. Don't worry about it. We win the cat case. And I think the Premier League would not want an arbitration. I think it will be settled out of court. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So even always said that I've got my guy Ross here, Evening John. He's an Arsenal gooner. When you and Henry used to manage Arsenal, right? He said, "Evening, good evening." Good evening. But he's a great guy. I got my guy Billy again. Cat case means disclosure, and the Premier League will not want that stuff in public domain. They were allowed to take over and settle conversation out of court. Yes, so we need to win the cat case. If we win the cat case, I can just celebrate and I'll just say it's home and dry there, Laura. And I have to agree with Billy because they don't want to disclose it in court, and they just say, you know what, let's get it done. Otherwise, just let's have a takeover if you creatively deserve. You know what I mean? I'm not going to have 14 years of Ashley. It's as simple as that. But excuse me.
Different
I know. We're still waiting to see if Bruce has got sacked, by the way. I can't see him getting sacked now. Like, if they're going to sack him, they'll have done it now. Do you know what I mean? But there's been reports today, and I could be wrong on this, so he's off on a holiday. I don't know if that's true or not.
That's probably just trolls winding them up. Like, they'll use the same photo from last time, and everyone will not look into it, and they'll go straight with the story and go, oh, he's gone on holiday again. You know what? He probably won't dare go on holiday again, let's be honest, will he? After Lee Ryder said that to him, and after the position we're in now, we're in a worse position. I doubt he will go on holiday, let's be honest, are we? Surely not.
Yeah. Definitely not. Definitely not. You're right.
Unless he's like trying to wind Ashley up to the point, well, I'm going to go on holiday again. What are you going to do? Sack us. So I get the money.
Yeah. You know what
that would be the only reason why I think he would go on holiday.
Yeah, I totally agree. And you know what it is, right? I mean, the fact is that I actually don't want to pay $4 million for him and his staff. Yeah, Bruce will not walk away because he don't want to miss out on his money. So it's a standoff right there. Something has to give. I mean,
Yeah.
excuse me, if they sack him, right? Cool, brilliant, great news, yeah. But if we get relegated, not only is it going to cost actually 130 million pounds for getting relegated, right? Also, it's going to cost them the takeover 300 million, so 430 million. He's gambling with the club again, Laura. He's gambling with the club
I
again.
know that's why I think is
logic.
the more to it. There's got to be some reason as to why, because although he's a gambling man, surely he wouldn't gamble that much. There's got to be something in it where he knows. Maybe he.
Oh, we lost that. I missed that. Laura, come back in again. I'm gonna kind of tweet us again and get you back on again. Ah, there she is. Oh, no, I thought we lost you, babe.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. No, I was just saying maybe Mike Ashley knows more than what we know, and maybe he's thinking, I'm not going to sack him because the takeover is going to happen in 2-3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever. So why would he sack him? Maybe he knows more, because surely you wouldn't gamble that amount of money, and surely the new owners would be saying, "Listen, don't get us relegated this year, mind. Don't get us relegated because we can't spend as much money in the championship." So maybe there is something that on the table that we don't know yet, because that would be the only logical thing why you would risk that. I don't understand why you would.
Yeah, he must know something there. He must know. He's confident this takeover is going to happen. That's why he's not going to spend the money. excuse me. And it's just, look at, I mean, Ash is gambling again. He is gambling for the club. Mike, if he thinks the takeover is going to happen, right, start boosting now, get Eddie Howe in. He'll keep us up. He'll play us good football. He'll get all the time and to get to where you want to be. And he'll play Jamal Lewis. He'll definitely play Jamal Lewis without a question, without shallow. And all these players want to play for Eddie Howe because he's modern, he's young, and he plays good football. Simple as that. And wouldn't pull anything past Booze. He'll probably be trotting along like Blackpool as we speak. Wow. And Dave Haddock is saying, Dave, welcome to me chat, my guy. And please do subscribe. And if you haven't done it, I'll give the job to Jones for the rest of the season. Yeah, probably will. Not the rest of the season. Maybe a couple of games until we get Eddie Howe in. Do you know what I mean? But if it's like Pulis or Allardyce or Hughes, I'm done. I'm done with this football club. I got Michael. Has anything Ashley's ever done had any logic? Michael, please do subscribe to my channel. And also, I totally agree with you. He just wants to gamble. He just wants to gamble with the club. I mean, he's a gambler, and he's not just that. The fans suffer every single time. Do you know what I mean? Joke.
It's probably, I mean, imagine if we did go down, but he left with all the money of the takeover and we got relegated. It's one final finger up to the fans who's hated him for years, isn't it? I've left, but I've left who's relegated.
Yeah, crazy, man. Absolutely ridiculous, man. I mean, going to wrap this up as well, and got Dave as well. If you were still in China, I'll help out. Buy effing tickets, yeah, I would. And if there's any Chinese fans, any China fans, Newcastle fans living in China, right? I'm going to do the fans forum global. Yeah, if you fans in China, then please let us know, and I will get on me chat as well. By the way, even if you're in UK born and living in China, let us know. Apparently, when it was sunbathing in Portugal last time, Greenpeace tried to drag him back into the sea. Yeah, boss.
Oh, I feel like, oh God, I feel sorry for when people say that, because he's got a dad bod, hasn't he? Like everyone has at that age. I don't think anyone's going to look great at 60 either.
Yeah, and you know what it is, right? I mean, he should stay there. Let him stay there. Just sack him. Just sack him, man. It's just a disgrace. I got Rainy again. Totally good on Lewis. Get him started. Drop Matt Ritchie. Ritchie, I think, is Diaz's normal at Newcastle, in my opinion. Listen, I like Ritchie, but listen, I just don't think he's Newcastle anymore. He's just getting slow. His set pieces are poor. I would get him starting next game, and fears are trying to try something new from this. Likely expect the same thing every game at the minute. Well said, Rainy. Do you know what it is, mate? I'm not being funny here, but Booze doesn't change things up. Can you imagine we play 4-3-3 against Wolves when we go behind? Yeah. What does he do? Change it back to a 5-4-1.
I don't think he's got. I think he's an old manager with old tactics. The games progress so much these days that you need more, don't you? You need but you've got to have every aspect of like the training, the diet. Like obviously everyone knows about his training's lacking. They do it what, an hour a day, if that. He's too far behind. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's all it is. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. I mean, Fabian Schär should come in the chat as well. By the way, do you know what I mean? Not in chat, in the team, definitely in the team, 100%.
Yeah.
And you know, I mean, change it up. I mean, those players are not going to. Rafa ain't good enough, right? I mean, Joe Linton. I mean, to be fair, he's gone again. She's okay, right? But not for me. I'm going to read out these comments more, by the way. Laura will come back in. Laura, I'm 70. I don't have a pot like Steve.
Yeah, sorry, I lost you.
That's Irish. Well, I won't keep you too long anyway. I know you got busy as well. That's Dave
No, it's
Harrison. Right? He's the king of Northumberland. And he is my guy. The real one. Dave, you're an absolute G. I'm from Macau. I would love to please join Newcastle's in 69. Yeah. If you've got your Twitter handle, mate, just let us know. Yeah. Go on Twitter, find us, get us followed. Magdal, nothing which is more important for a leadership perspective. He has standards. He expects Lewis to poor concentration. But yeah, agree. Next try. You need to try something new. Michael, is Lewis having had a chance? He had absolutely no chance.
How about not putting Joe Linton on every week? Because surely the opposition team was thinking, right, what's Bruce going to do this week? I know he'll play Joe Linton for 90 minutes. Why don't we shake things up next week and put Gale on? Let's shock the football world and come out there and put Gale on for a bit.
Play him from the start. Play the guy from the start. Do you know what I mean? Crazy, absolutely crazy. Do you know what I mean? I mean, what does he have to do? I mean, whose sewer has he peed on? Do you know what I mean? What's he done to upset Bruce? Do you know what I mean? What if you want to play 4-4-2? Play for 4-4-2. So
maybe he's been like a lot of people ask this. Have you been told to play Joe Linton every week because of his price tag? Like, why is he getting a game every single week for that long? That's bizarre, isn't it?
Yeah, totally agree. Crazy.
I would like to see Gale next week. I would for a full 90 minutes as well.
Yeah. Okay, he may not be everyone's favourite, but he's a striker like he was, but he is a striker that plays as a striker. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've got one here from Billy. Rich is getting picked at the minute because he shouts a lot and shows passion. That doesn't win you games. Now to do with form or quality. I mean, he's got a passion. I like him shouting, but he hasn't got the quality anymore.
I don't think it's a lack of quality. I think it's a lack of legs.
Yeah,
he's totally pushing on now. I don't think it's his ability. Because I still think he can do a good crossing and a good kick and all that. But he's not young anymore. I wouldn't be that fast. But I don't think it's a lack of quality. I think it's a lack of plus fitness as well. I don't think they're training as well as what they used to be, are they? So.
Yeah, I totally agree there. I totally agree. I mean, someone's posing as Daniel, by the way, and please don't disrespect her, man. Just don't. And yeah, I totally agree there again. And I love Richie, but for me, my opinion, I think his time is over at Newcastle. And Talksport Muppets. Thanks for exposing them, John. I mean, some of the Talksport people are absolutely fine, but you get people like Jamie O'Hara and Danny Murphy, Simon Jordan to an extent. I'm sorry, Ian. I guess he got scoring. Yeah, I got some more. Seto, United fan. Bruce explains himself every morning. He gets out of bed. Hi, Keith. And yeah, hi, mate. Are we okay? I got Billy as well. Wants to be fit against Spurs. Apparently, we're badly missing, by the way. But it's not all about Callum. Everyone's got to play as a team. Why does Joe Linton start every game? That it beats me. It really beats me, by the way. It really beats it, by the way. I mean, listen, £40 million. If it costs us 10, 50 million pounds, we would have this debate, but it costs £40 million. It's not his fault, but he's just not a very good footballer. Okay, I know he did okay, but again, I want to see him take on players. The one good thing he did, Laura, on Saturday, that lovely cross, which ASM had saved. So I've got Gav as well.
But you know what? Because he's been so poor for months, that when he does something that a player of 40 million should be doing as standard, we all go, my God, he's come on leaps and bounds. He hasn't really, has he? He's just doing what he should be doing.
You know what it is, Laura? We got mugged. We got absolutely mugged off. Absolutely.
I think that was a
mugged
dodgy
off.
deal. So that was a dodgy handshake or something that to bring him in. Someone's had a backhander on that deal. Jeez Louise, yeah.
Oh, definitely. Right, dude. Yeah, Gareth, do subscribe to my channel, my guy. Great show as usual. Do the pundits living in a past? Yes, you're right. And I think the best thing I knew as I listen to players, I like the woman's accent there. And he's a genuine one, by the way. He's a great lad. He's a red. And Michael, I'm Northern Irish. I regularly watch Lewis from the country. He's not good enough, in my opinion, but he has to get a chance. He's a confidence player who's obviously hasn't helped that at all. I totally agree, Michael. In his game, and yeah, Joe Linton as well. One good touch and run, but the touch and then a few things he's had a worldie. That's not good enough for me. He needs much more. Let's be real. For me, Joe Linton, his first touch is absolutely appalling. And Malcolm McDonald, do rip him a good one. John Gibbs gives rips a good one as well, by the way. But at left back, so there you go. I don't know the comments there. So yeah, I mean, I was going to do just well, do you watch me watch-alongs at all, Laura, on the chat?
Yeah, I've been reading the comments and stuff like that. Yeah, I've only just started doing it. You piqued my curiosity when you said about the trolls, but
yeah. Right. But the thing is, at the end of the day, right? I mean, I've done this since November, right? I started watching since November.
yeah.
I mean, I started small, right? I haven't got a big account, right? I mean, I've got 922 people subscribe to my channel. I need to get another 78.
Yeah.
I'm guessing I could get 1K, then I can start doing bigger things, like try and get more journalists on my chat, try and get media on my chat if I can do that sort of thing, and that'd be amazing. And yeah, I was just going to enjoy sort of thing. But yeah, but I was going to talk about Saturday's game. Against Sunday's game against Spurs after week on Sunday, right? But as things stand, do you think Spurs will Newcastle beat Spurs?
2 seconds while I shut that pig in that other room because she's going ballistic.
I'm gonna read the comments by the way.
I'm
going to read the comments by the way, guys. Hi John, hi Laura. That's from Phil. I'm not going to mention the name. John, what do you think of what Danny Murphy said on Match of the Day? I think he's an absolute muppet. He was just desperate. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And this guy is just an absolute muppet. He really is. He should be sacked from both punts anyway. As a punditry, he is absolutely terrible, man. It's a joke. I got to see it. Okay, I've seen videos, John, on TalkSport hosting saying fans' channels are bad on YouTube. Yeah, I've seen that. I've heard that. They hate content like yours, so that's why I don't like them. Listen, at the end of the day, right? I mean, everything doesn't revolve around TalkSport, by the way, right? Let's be real. It's not good enough. It's not good enough.
Yeah.
But like I said, sort of thing. This is the 21st century. People do what they want. Doing watch-alongs is a fantastic thing to do. Where we had lockdown as well, doing channel sort of thing, you know what I mean? And that's why it will continue. They're not going to stop. I'm still not going to stop. That is unbelievable. Love the word, John. Message me on Twitter. I love to cooperate on your knowledge of Italian football. Thanks, mate. Ben, that's fine. If you you see me Twitter account on scrolling along the floor, just send us a DM. If it's the Ben Foster, that is. Have a good night, John. See you again. You too, my guy, and have a good evening. And I've got the real Anuruda. And I tell you what, Ashley, I will. Thanks for letting us know there, Anuruda, for that. Thanks for letting us know, mate. And yeah, there you go. He's the real one. This is the real Annie. And he's a Bristol City fan. He's only 14 years old, and he talks a lot of sense. So one day you might chat to him on my fans forum. I'll do a fans forum on Thursday night. And yeah, just got more messages to ask sort of thing. And people's just trolling. So I'll start that. What I'm going to do then, Laura, all right? I mean, it's been on for an hour and 23 minutes. And I know you've got things to do. And I'm going to wrap up very, very quickly. So where do you think Newcastle will finish at the end of the season? And do you think Steve Bruce will be sacked anytime soon?
So it's 2 separate questions of it. If we have Steve Bruce, I think we'll finish bottom 3. If we make and Mike actually likes to leave it late and only give someone new 10 games. But I think if we got someone in the next 4 weeks,
Yeah.
12th to 15th, which if that's all we need to get a takeover, so I'd be more than happy with that for this season.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
Come
if
on,
he's
Bo.
still at the club, if he's still at the
Yeah.
club, he's done. Right? For me, he is
Yeah.
absolutely done. Then, and if he gets a sack before Christmas and we're still in the game, then hopefully, and get Eddie Howling, by the way, I think we stay up.
You know what?
But he
Even
only,
with Jones, I think even if they sacked him in the national lockdown, right? They give Jones the job. I reckon in 4-6 games we'd have more points than what we would with him. I think we would get a few more points. I just think we need a change regardless of what it is, of who it is. You know what? Mr. Tumbles coming in would have an impact. Just someone not as suppressing as him anymore.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. He could do changes as well, sort of thing. Like you're coming and you play a diamond formation. You probably play a hoarding role. He play a diamond formation. That's Graham's Jones' favourite tactics, sort of thing. Or he may even play 3-4-3 if he's got the players to do it. So he'll need backing. He need to get players in who he can trust. But at the minute, I don't think these players we've got, especially if they're at the back, our defence is absolutely awful. Only Fabian Shah is fantastic at the back. But he's not getting the games sort of thing. And I think he's been a bit peed off about it. Do you know what I mean? So I think he was doing this live because he wants to get the sack. That's my opinion. I got Annie again.
Yeah.
Thanks, mate. Not going at all. We love you, bro. Absolutely love you, Annie. Love you lots, man. And I've got Callum. Hi, guys. I hope you're okay. So, yeah. So I think you're right there. Listen, we're going to wrap it up there, Laura. But before I let
Thank
you
you
go,
for having me.
Jamin, did you enjoy calling on my show for the first time?
Yeah, it was all right. I mean, I didn't read some of the comments. I'm probably glad that it didn't. It wasn't until the bottom half that I've seen that, but it is what it is, isn't it?
It is.
You're always going to get them, whether they're on Twitter or whether they're on
Absolutely.
here or anywhere.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I totally agree. And the fact is as well, when you're on YouTube, you're gonna get found out. People's gonna have a go at you. I agree with you. People's gonna have to go at you. People's gonna troll you, this and that, and all that sort of thing. Like, if I had a bigger account, then what will happen is I'll probably get one or two idiots on there, sort of thing. You know what I mean? But it's a hard one. But listen, I'm not gonna let the trolls win. Never gonna let them win. They're not gonna fuzz off this platform. Absolutely no chance. Not just attraction. So listen, at the end of the day. And I'll just like do Keith, big up to you. And did you block that fit? I did, mate. I did. I totally did. He's done. He's gone. Simple as that. And what I'll do as well, Laura, I'm going to try and talk to my guy Paul and Baza and PD and see if you can go on their channel as well. Okay, Paul is absolutely amazing. Right, he's got over 3K on his subs as well. He's a great guy. Says I would like it is, and you know what it is, right? Would you like that? If I speak to Paul, right, and so you can go on this channel as well. Would you like that?
I'll let you know.
Champion, no problem. Are you gonna come back on mines again?
Yeah, of course. Always, yeah. Always.
Champion. So that'd be amazing. If you want to chat to us anytime, let us know. And what I'll do is I'll do the watch on against Spurs. So I'll try and get you on so you can have your 5-10 minutes, 10 minutes to have your say on the game. Because I'll do a video call after the game, and they seem happy with us anyway.
It's just our look after this that he wins them, doesn't he? And we've got to take everything back what we've said.
Yeah. Oh, bless you.
We go on and thump them 5-0 or something, and then we're going to be having a different conversation, or we're just going to be sitting there speechless next week if that happens. But
yeah, man. Oh, you got a little friend, haven't you? She's a little friend. Bless. There you go. And I've got thanks you, dear. That's from Annie. And night to you, Dave. Love you lots, my guy. And just keep watching my channel. I've got Paul, and of course you can anytime. Yeah. John, you're a legend. Thanks a lot, Kiraf. Love you lots. Mad love, people. Hi to you. Mad love, you know what I mean? And yeah, no problems at all. Listen, Laura, thanks for coming on. Okay. And listen, don't go away yet. Before you disappear, where can you find your Twitter account? What's your Twitter account? And then who will you get you followed?
I can't remember the name. You'll just it's on. It's you tweeted me earlier. You tweeted me earlier on, didn't you? So
I did.
It's Miss Hidden something.
Yeah, I think we found you on Miss Hidden 6. That's the one, Miss Hidden 6. All in small letters, sort of thing. Do get her followed as well. She's lovely. Says how like it is. And listen, and I should have done it in the description with a chat, but I'll definitely do that next time. Do check her out; she's amazing. And guys, thanks for coming on. Please do like, subscribe, share, and I should be back on Thursday to do a fans forum at 7 o'clock. And please join us for that. And also Wednesday, I'm gonna try and do something else as well, sort of thing. Good night to you, and thanks so much for that. And have a fantastic evening, Laura. And thanks for coming on. You take care.
Thank you.
You take care.
Right, thank you. See you later.
Take care, dear.